My next guest is joining me right now, KDO. How's it going?
Hey, I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for being on the show this evening. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. So before I get into the questions and everything, with all of us being in quarantine, these pandemic times, how's the family? How's everyone doing? How are you doing?
I'm doing great. The quarantine, it's been not too different. I'm actually homeschooled, so um, pretty much school didn't change for me, but I really do miss singing out, and I cannot wait to get back out and sing in places.
That is true, and a lot of people definitely miss that aspect, going to music shows and enjoying live music. Um, it's taking a toll on all of us mentally in some way, shape, or form. Um, but we all in this together, and we all gotta do what we can to help flatten this curve, and hopefully, you know, some places will lift some restrictions and be able to have live music again, maybe down the road, maybe later in the next few months, perhaps. But we'll wait and see. But what's most important is the health and well-being on everyone that's still here. So,
Yes, sir.
so very, very true. So Katie, let's go ahead and begin. How did you get started in music?
Well, ever since I was real little, I loved singing, and I just love music in general. And about 3 years ago, or maybe 2.5 years ago, was my first time singing on stage. And ever since then, I've just been hooked on singing. I try to sing every weekend, sometimes even during the week. It is just so much fun, and I love it so much.
So I see that you are a part of Nashville Entertainment Weekly. Um,
Yes, sir.
that's definitely awesome. You being at a young age, getting that support early in your career. I've heard great things about them. They are some awesome people. Shout out to Jill and TJ. How did you end up joining forces with? They reach out to you, or you reach out to them? How did that turn out?
I actually found out about them through a friend. She helped me with a lot of my music and bookings, and she told me about them. And then, ever since then, I got together with them, and I'm just so blessed to have them in my life.
And one thing I admire of them is that they are fully invested into their artists. I'll be on
Yes, sir.
I'll be on Facebook every day, scrolling through my feed, and every other post I see Nashville Entertainment Weekly on my feed promoting their artists, and radio shows or having their music played on the radio here and there. That has to be very uplifting for you, having that support machine with Jill and TJ.
Yes, sir. It is.
So I want to talk about this song you put out last year. This girl's truck. And quite frankly, I like the song. It's got some spunk to it. I'm not gonna lie.
Thank you.
Please, talk about writing this song, and it seems from the chorus very self-explanatory. But in your own words, Miss Katie, what's this song all about?
Yes, sir. This girl's truck was actually given to me by a songwriter named Ken Molden, and as soon as I heard the song, I just fell in love with it. It's kind of funny. This girl's truck. It talks about how the girl doesn't need a boy to tell her like how to drive a truck, and she's like, "This is my truck." And it's funny because I have three older brothers, and they all drive trucks. So we always joke around about that, and that song really fits with my life.
So, look in the chorus. I wanna see if I get this lyric correctly. In the chorus, I believe you said you're not man enough to ride this girl's truck, and I was like, oh snap! This woman, this woman giving fellas the business. I'm like, okay, I'm that's I actually like that. That's a bold, that's very bold, and and I respect that. I gotta respect that. It's quite a intriguing song. And you can stream that song, "This Girl's Truck" by KDO, on all digital music platforms. Now, while you are not able to perform in front of a crowd for a while, do you have any more new music in the works?
Yes, sir, I actually do. I've been working on a couple of songs over this stay-at-home quarantine. I will say it really has given me a lot of time to sit down and songwrite and focus on my music a lot more. So I'm very happy about that, and I'm hoping after this is all over that I can get in the studio and record some new music to put out there.
So, with everybody being in quarantine and musicians like yourself is not able to perform for a while, it is very important to all the fans, to all the supporters out there. If you are able, please buy their merchandise. Please stream their music. Go buy their music as well. KDO, she has so much potential, and she definitely wants to keep things going musically. So while everybody, has to wait and see when they are able to perform, please stream the song "This Girl's Truck." Go buy the song, and if she has any other merchandise available, buy that too. Do what you can, help these artists out, please. Supporting local music is more urgent ever before. So please go and support. Um, so for you, Katie, do you have any like music influences, those that have inspired you? It could be mainstream or just local artists in general. Like, who are some artists that you look up to?
Definitely Loretta Lynn is one of my top favorite musicians. I just love, how she started out being poor and just having nothing, and then how she worked her way up and became this big star, and how she just loved it, and her songwriting is so amazing as well. She is one of my top favorite musicians, and I also like Tanya Tucker, Tammy Wynette, Buck Owens, lots of the classic country, and I also love bluegrass as well. So Rhonda Vincent is one of my top favorite bluegrass artists as well.
You definitely have a variety of artists you look up to. That's pretty awesome. So, prior to the quarantine, prior to things being shut down, did you had any shows that you were able to do? Anything in particular that stood out to you as far as performing and everything prior to quarantine? You have any favorite moments of this year?
Yes, sir. Well, before everything happened, I did perform a lot. I think just about every weekend. And thinking back, I sang at the Woodbine Offering, and that's one of my favorite places to sing. I have many favorite places, but I just love it there. And I'm very blessed because they have a live stream that they do on Friday nights. And these past Friday nights, I was able to go and sing with them. So that has just been so much fun.
So, for people that wants to keep in track of your music career and what you have in the works, Where can people check you out, social media, or do you have a website that people can check out?
I do. I have a website and all social media, so Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter. And y'all can find me at KDO Music.
KDO Music. Go check that out. Go stream her song, This Girl's Truck, available on all digital music platforms. So I've been fortunate and blessed to have interviewed every single artist for Nashville Entertainment Weekly. And the
Oh,
interest,
wow.
yeah, the interest, and I've interviewed all of these artists this year. But what's the more interesting part about it? The first artist I've interviewed from Nashville Entertainment Weekly, her name is Katie, Katie G. And now the last person, the remaining person interviewing is KDO. So it goes hand in hand, pretty much. It's so I'm having great chats and conversations with Katie, young and old. So that's I just thought I'd put that out there. Uh, so Katie, it was great chatting with you. Thank you so much for your time. You are such a sweetheart, and I wish you the absolute best. Hang in there. Hopefully you'll get back to perform in the near future, and you will have more music on the horizon. You have a bright future. I definitely hear. If there's any indication from this girl's truck, you're on to some great things, especially with Jill and TJ promoting you the way that they do. So it was great chatting with you, and thank you for your time. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much for having me on tonight.